Hey everyone, welcome to my craft room. It is sun setting outside, so it's a little dark in here. I am sorry if the film is a little grainy, but I wanted to share this restyling of my Ikea Kallax or Expedit unit shelving here. Now, a few months ago, probably 6 or so months ago, I did a huge destash of my craft room. I got rid of more than half of the stuff that I own because I found that I was really weighed down by all the stuff that I had, and I was never getting around to actually crafting because it was so overwhelming, all of the supplies I had and all of the projects I wanted to do. So I got rid of a ton of stuff, and it left me with all of these empty spaces in my shelving unit, and I just have a ton of blank spaces and a hot mess going on here. So I want to figure out a way to restyle this, maybe come up with some new organization options, and really make this a piece of my craft room that I love and that I'm proud of. So this entire process will probably take me 3 or 4 days. I will be filming during the day and at night, just whenever I get the chance to work on restyling this. And I hope you guys enjoy the process. I love seeing room makeovers and seeing how people style their craft rooms and their bedrooms. So I thought this would be a really fun process to share so you could see how I come up with some great organizing techniques that work for me. And so you can also see how my beautiful craft room comes together. So I hope you enjoy this video and thank you for watching. Okay, so now I am going through a drawer of washi that I have. It's all here and down there and everywhere. And I am trying to minimize my washi stash and just get it down to like 20 or so washis that I know I will use regularly, and get rid of all the ones that I love that are really pretty but that I just don't use because they aren't my style when I'm memory keeping or paper crafting, and I'm going to send those to a new home in a care package to somebody from my Instagram. So the way I figure out which washis I want to keep and which ones I'm going to get rid of is to take some pieces of paper and roll out a good strip of the washi so I can see the full pattern that it's offering and see if it's something that I would regularly use, how it looks on white paper because I usually use it on white paper, and just kind of go from there and decide which ones I love and which ones I actually use, and keep only the ones that I love and I use. So next I am going to work on filling in some of the picture frames that I have and maybe painting a DIY canvas in order to kind of decorate some of these empty little cubes that I have in here. And then I also want to restyle the top of this as well once I figure out what I want to put up there. So I've got some new frames that I haven't used yet. I also got some pots and some plants. And I'm going to get started on this. I made this canvas. I recovered an old canvas that I had with some white cardstock and then just hand lettered that out, and I'm going to put it up there. I am not super pleased with how this is turning out, so I think I'm going to mess around with it a little more tonight before I go to bed, and hopefully if I sleep on it and I play around with it a little bit, I will have a solution for this to look like how I want it to tomorrow. Good night. So I have stepped away for a few days because I've come down with a sinus cold situation. So I'm still not 100% better, but I am back in my craft room and ready to finish this project. I've had to go to the store and pick up some more things. I bought a few more plants, some fake plants, and some more frames. And I am just trying to figure out the right way to style this Expedit unit in a way that looks good, but that is also functional. So I'm very particular about how it looks, and I haven't quite found the right organization for it yet. But we're gonna keep going. I bought a huge frame, and I'm gonna try to frame out that DIY canvas that I made that says Hustle Hard Girl, and we will see if that gets it up to the height that I would like it to be at. So I took the time last night to repot some of the plants that I bought for this space. I just wanted to get them out of their temporary containers and get them into their permanent home, so that way I could get a better idea of how the plant fit into the space in its permanent container. So hopefully today I can wrap this up and find a solution and an organization styling that I actually like. Wish me luck! think I have finally come up with a solution that I like, and I have all of my cubes filled, and I really love what's going on top of here. I might change a couple of cubes around, but I think right now I'm pretty satisfied and really excited how this little redecoration turned out. Take you on an adventure inside my craft room now. I focused around this watercolor canvas that I've had up on my wall for a couple of years now because I did not want to have to take it off the wall. I added tons of cacti and succulents here, and this framed picture of me and my sisters, and there's my other sister in Arizona. I love the way that copper shiny frame really highlights the desert that her and her horse are walking in, and I've got all these beautiful cacti that I think really plays that up. I created this beautiful canvas and then framed it out with a huge Ikea frame, and I love the way that turned out. I think it helps take my shelves all the way up to the ceiling, so there's not like a huge awkward gap from this top of the shelves to the ceiling now. And I also added this framed print of my boyfriend and I at a photo shoot that we had a couple years ago. And I have a couple of my Project Life albums here. This is where I store all of my stamping supplies, my ink pads, everything I need for stamping. Here's a cute little sea lion that I got at the Boston Zoo that we went to a couple months ago. I usually don't buy stuffed animals, but I fell in love with the sea lions there, and I really wanted to take him home because he was so cute. This is a new plant. I really like it being in a black container, but I don't have a permanent black container for it yet, so I'm still going to be shopping for that. And this is a DIY pillow that I made a while back. And I got some more Project Life and scrapbooking albums here. Some books. I don't own a lot of books. I'm trying to do the whole minimalist thing, so I get rid of most of my books after I read them, and I just keep a couple that are more picture inspiration books, like this French cat book that I super love. And I've got these beautiful cacti that I planted. One is in my favorite coffee mug that I have. I don't drink coffee, so I'm glad I finally found a use for my favorite cup. Got my flare buttons and my 6x6 paper pads in those two little boxes. This is my December daily from last year that you can see a flip through of on my channel. And this is a 6x6 scrapbook that I've been doing. This says, "Oh darling, let's be adventurers." And this is a beautiful globe that my friend hand lettered for me for Christmas. I've got all of my 8.5 by 11 papers in these two magazine racks, and these are my two albums for this year, 2017 Project Life. I'm sticking to two 6x8 albums, and I've got a couple more books here. These 3 books are the books that I own right now. I've got these big storage boxes, and these hold all my silk flowers because I like to make floral crowns that are in my Etsy shop. These 2 storage containers, on the top I have all of my currently working on supplies, so if I have a project I'm in the middle of, they go in there. And this down here has all of my Christmas supplies for every December or December daily Christmas project that I do. Yeah, and then I've got my scrap papers, any 12 by 12 or any size paper that I cut up, the scraps get put in there. All of my scrapbooking stickers go in here, and these are my additional Project Life page protectors. And then I added these 2 drawers in. This beautiful little cat is from my past grandmother. It came from her house this past December. It was sent to me, and I love it because I love cats. And the same with this up here. So I'm not huge into flamingos, but I love this music box that I was sent from my aunt when my grandmother died. It belonged to my grandmother. So I really love that, and I'm saving that for if I have a little girl one day. And if not, then it'll just be for me. That's cool too. I added these 2 drawers over here, and all of my paints go in here. I've got all of my acrylics, my watercolor pencils, and my watercolors. Everything fits really easy in here. And then up here I have all of my washi tape. I really narrowed it down to fit into just this one little basket here. And I have all of my little enamel dots and flare badges around here, but I'm going to put them back in this box that I have over here that's empty now. I'm going to put them back in their box and give this drawer some space to breathe and maybe add something else to it later. And then I also set up my brand new printer. I got this printer back in January, but it's been sitting in my house for the last 6 months waiting for me to set it up because I hate new technology. And this is my other Ikea Expedit unit, and that's got all of my shop supplies, so all the floral crowns that are listed in my shop waiting to be sold. It's got all of my pretty notebooks in those 2 wire baskets and some more Project Life albums. That teal little thing down there that has all of my thick cardstock and printer photo paper to go in here. This is a beautiful little Project Life card container that my boyfriend custom made for me after I begged him to for a long time, and I love it. Kind of overexposed here because we're by the bright window. And this is a mother-in-law's tongue tree, and I love it. It just kind of goes everywhere. There's some hand lettering that I did when I was practicing Taylor Swift quotes, of course. And that's it. I totally restyled my room here. I love how both of these Ikea Expedit units turned out. I think they're beautiful. I might change a couple things, but overall I'm really pleased with how it all turned out, and I love that these cubes aren't empty anymore and they're beautifully decorated. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know what your favorite part of this little room makeover was, and I'll see you next time. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel to see more of what I'm up to in the crafty world. Bye!